Welcome back again to PV Sports Report. I'm your host, Antoine Rogers, alongside my co-host, Stephen Nash.
Starting off, the girls soccer team suffered a loss Thursday in their game with Clifton. The game ended with a score of 3-0, with Passaic Valley goalie Brittany Bove with a whopping 22 saves. In addition, boys soccer lost to Clifton last Thursday with the game ending in a score of 4-2, with goals scored by Mike Guerreri and Moa Dua.
Field hockey played at home against Northern Valley Damaris on Saturday. PV won with the score of 3-0. Ashley Martin, Sydney Cummings, and Isabella Garante all scored a goal each. They also had another victory against Dwight Englewood with a score of 2-1. On Monday, with goals scored by Bella Garante and Zoe Wagner.
Gymnastics won their first tri-meet on Monday against Clifton and Roxbury. The Hornets won with a score of 95. The last time we accomplished this was 8 years ago. Isabella Stiles finished in first place with Patricia Gariccio, placing third in an all-around competition. PV finished with a score of 95.345, Roxbury with 95.05, and Clifton with 49.775. It was a tremendous victory for the Hornets. Next week we'll be interviewing Captain Patricia Gariccio and last week's all-around champion Isabella Stiles.
Girls volleyball played several teams on throughout the week at the Passaic County Invitational Tournament this past week. The teams that played were Fairlawn, West Milford, and Wayne Valley. Unfortunately, all the games that they played ended with a loss.
Football had a rough loss against Del Barton on Saturday with a final score of 35-7. The only touchdown was by junior Brandon Timothy.
The cross-country team had a great performance this past Saturday at the Back to the Mountain Invitational. Sophomore Akram Lechugar placed 5th out of 7-3 in sophomore race. Mauricio Minaya placed 25th out of 121 in the JV boys race. On the girls' side, Chris Arana and Teresa Krautheim placed 58 and 71 out of 94 in the girls' varsity race.
Girls tennis had matches scheduled but were washed away by the weather we've been having. They have been rescheduled for Thursday and Friday of this week against Lakeland and Kennedy.
Before moving on to next week's schedule, we have an opportunity to sit down with PV's new athletic director, Mr. Joe Benvenuti. Let's take a look at the conversation now.
Part of switching from being a coach to athletic director for me is less involvement with the student athletes. As a coach of 2 sports, I got to see a variety of different kids throughout the fall and winter seasons, and you kind of lose that a little bit moving into administration, moving into being an athletic director. An athletic director does many different things, wears many different hats, especially in this building. Here, for example, at Passaic Valley, I'm not just the athletic director. I'm also in charge of all student activities, and I oversee the health and phys ed department. I miss coaching every day. As I stated earlier, the interaction with my student athletes, with kids, is something that I really enjoyed throughout my career. I do feel that most coaches, many coaches, and certainly the most successful coaches, you're kind of put on this earth to be a coach, and it's something who you are, it's inside of you. And I do feel that way about myself. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I worked really hard at it. I built some great relationships with kids and, tried my best to bring them to a higher level. The best part of my job being an athletic director is watching kids succeed. And it's not always about wins and losses. It's just about seeing a group of kids, a team, grow, come together, play together, and by the season's end, watch them improve. I think that's number one. My coaching days are certainly not over. Will I go back to coaching on a high school level? Probably not. I don't see that. If anything, maybe as a outside the lines kind of role. My son is 10 years old, my oldest guy, and he's heavily involved in athletics. So when the time allows me to, I do get involved in his sports and help coach there on that level. It's not something I can do on my own, improvement of Passaic Valley athletics. It's going to take the entire building, all of our coaches, all of our programs, all of the parents in our 3 towns, and most importantly, our community, the support of our community. When I think of improving Passaic Valley athletics, to me, it's one-fold. It's one simple answer, and that's facilities. We're one of the only schools in the conference and the county that does not have a turf field. We're one of the only schools in the conference and the county that does not have lights. And, to build excitement around your athletic department or athletic programs, that Friday night atmosphere, that game under the lights type of atmosphere is something that really brings not only your school together, It brings your community together. And who wouldn't want to play in front of thousands of people on a Friday night under the lights? Whether it's soccer, whether it's football, whether it's lacrosse in the spring. So people ask all the time, why would you want to get out of coaching if that's something you love to do? I really feel that for me, this is a bigger challenge right now. And Passaic Valley definitely needs help in our athletic programs, not in terms of winning and losing, but our facilities, maybe the vision for the future, what we need to do here. And that's where I come into play, and I think I can have a greater impact.
Mr. B is a good guy. PV's lucky to have him. Let's take a look what's on the schedule for next week.
Girls soccer has 4 games this upcoming week. On Saturday, they are playing Fort Lee at 10. On Monday, they play Bergenfield at 4. On Tuesday, they are playing Dwight Morrow at 4. And on Thursday, they play Wayne Valley at 4. All the games are at home this week.
Boys soccer is away at Wayne Valley at 4 on Thursday, September 25th.
Field hockey has a game on Thursday at 4 o'clock against Pompton Lakes at home.
On Monday, September 24th, the girls' tennis match has been canceled, which has been originally scheduled at 4 at Passaic Wednesday, the 26th, is at home at Rose Place Park against West Milford at 4.
Cross country has an invitational meet this Saturday at Central Park of Morris County at 9 o'clock. They also have a meet on Monday at Darlington Park at 4:30.
Gymnastics are away Tuesday against Wayne Hills at 4:30. On Thursday, they are home against Holy Angels High School at 4:30.
On Wednesday, girls volleyball is away at Hackensack High School at 4 o'clock. Thursday at 4 o'clock, they will be home against Passaic High School. They will finish their week Friday, home against Bergenfield High School at 4.
That's all for this week. We will be back each and every Friday of the school year. You can catch us online at mypvtv.com, or if you live in the PV community, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Friday through Sunday, or Cablevision 77 or Verizon 22.
Once again, if PV is on the field, mat, or court, we will be there. See you next week, Hornets.